Today is the time to make chocolate. And not just any chocolate, a chocolate that literally has become the queen of every screen. The name Kunafa Pistachio Chocolate. Let's begin. Well, for the uninitiated and the ones who are living under a rock, this is a recipe that went viral because of the presence of kunafa, pistachio, and that luscious warm chocolate. Let's begin, first things first, with the vermicelli. Roasting in salted butter. Salted butter. And to this, let's add in the vermicelli. Well, this is something that's easily available across grocery stores. Kataifi could get a little difficult to source because it's also supposed to be kept frozen, but this is absolutely easily available. Once the vermicelli is roasted, with this off goes the flame, and at this stage, we add in the pistachio powder. Well, because pistachio is an extremely delicate nut, it does not need roasting per se to that degree. This reticent heat of the vermicelli is more than enough for the roasting to happen. Also, you do not want this to release any oil as such. So just a couple of stirs here and there, and then you can remove this and start cooling. Well, our vermicelli and pistachio is roasted and ready. Let's now move into making the ganache. I'm going to take a combination of white chocolate and milk and add in some green color because it's pistachio, because it's in the chocolatey segment. Edible food grade colors are more than welcome. We all kind of lap it up, we all use it. But again, the choice is completely yours. It's completely optional. If you don't think it's comfortable for you and your family, you can completely avoid. Visually, it may not look melted till you kind of touch it. So be very careful when you're using white chocolate because the next step is caramelizing and burning. If you see, in a minute, the chocolate is perfectly melted. To this, let's add in warm milk following the ratio of the ganache as mentioned. Let's mix this carefully. Well, ensure the milk is just about warm and not hot at all because that way the fat will be in control. Otherwise, it'll all leach to the surface of the chocolate. With this, our ganache is done and ready. Absolutely lovely, luscious, silken smooth. Let's add this now into the vermicelli, pistachio with a touch of color. Let's bring all of this together by mixing like so. Our ganache is done and ready. Let's now move on. Let's mix this gently. And if you see, the chocolate is also perfectly melted. Do not overheat because that's not what you're looking at this point in time. Keep mixing till you find the chocolate to be nice, glossy, shiny, smooth and decadent. What I generally do is I always begin with brushing my mold using a brush that I use always while making chocolates. This way, the chocolate bar eventually does not have any bubbles or crevices. You can literally get into all the nooks and crannies like so. Try to be as neat and clean as you can. That way, the cleanliness later is much in control because chocolate otherwise could get extremely messy. Once this is done like so, you see it's nicely evenly coated. We take a ladle and you fill this cavity. Well, this way you're literally forming a layer of chocolate on top of the frame that you just created. Let's remove the remainder. And this now goes in the refrigerator. If you see the difference, the chocolate earlier was looking glossy. Now it's got a little bit of a matte finish because of the refrigeration, and that's exactly what we're looking at. Now the next step is to fill this with the ganache, which now has the kataifi, which is a vermicelli, and the pistachio. The whole idea and the purpose is to leave at least 1 mm at the top of the mold so that the chocolate can cover it all. Time to top this up with the remaining dark chocolate. Every time you use the dark chocolate, ensure you mix it again so that if at all there's anything that is settled also gets mixed in terms of the compounds. Let's tap this up once, twice over so that the chocolate perfectly settles, and if at all there are any bubbles that would rise to the top like so and get punctured. Let's pick this up and keep this in the refrigerator again, this time 10 minutes. Well, a natural sign to gauge whether the chocolate is set or no is it naturally releases the sides of the mold, and that is an imperative. The sides which have not released now can be pulled lightly like so. And now very carefully you try to release it a little more. Now the side that's only left is the one at the bottom, which eventually would upturn and become the face of the bar. If you see, the shine, the gloss is just about perfect. Now, just to ensure that the chocolate looks nice, stunning and colorful and not just dark brown, let's add in some sprinkles of color. Now in this case, I've taken purple, red and green. White chocolate basically mixed with chocolate friendly or cocoa friendly colors. Finally, let's refrigerate this for another 2 minutes and your chocolate is ready to be served. With this, ladies and gentlemen, your viral chocolate Pistachio Kunafa is done and ready. Make this for your family, make this for your friends, and if you can also pack this and send across and try and make some business out of it, well, nothing greater than that. With this is me, the Bombay Chef Varun, signing off. Bye for now.